The perception of Israel as this intelligence juggernaut was completely turned on its head by October 7th, and Israelis' confidence in their own intelligence capabilities had declined dramatically to the point that when Israeli security leadership said anything now, that we have a sense that when Iran is going to have a nuclear bomb, we have to do X, Y, and Z. We have a sense for this. We have a sense for that. There would be a big question. There'd be big debates inside Israel. Well, can we trust them? What do they know? Look how much they screwed up October 7th. Look how certain they were. They had this concepcia, the concept of the security situation in Gaza, and they were completely wrong about that. How can we trust them about anything? Well, what we do know, regardless of I think the Gaza situation, obviously, and the Lebanon situation are much different. But what we do know is basically since about 2006, since after the Second Lebanon War, Israel had built up an extraordinary intelligence capability in Lebanon and also in Iran, and it was expanded and accelerated as a result of the decision in 2012 for Hezbollah to directly engage in Syria. So this is now, I'm not the only one saying this. I'm sure many of you have heard this from various sources you speak to, but Hezbollah's decision at the direction of Iran to go defend Bashar Assad in Syria beginning in 2012, and the bloodshed that resulted, parenthetically, how many Sunni Muslims, hundreds of thousands of Sunni Muslims were slaughtered by Hezbollah since 2012, even up until today. Many of us had believed that war-fighting experience that Hezbollah had gained fighting in Syria made them a much more challenging enemy than Hamas. That is possibly true. But what the Israelis are now saying is, at the same time, by Hezbollah going so deep and making such a big commitment in Syria, Israel had a pretty good penetration of the Syrian leadership and the security leadership in Syria. They had incredible intelligence capabilities in Syria. So when Hezbollah basically integrated into the Syrian leadership and armed forces, it opened up all sorts of channels for Israel to gather information.